There are thousands of DOS games. Most of them are terrible. I play one selected at random with a 20-minute time limit and record it live. This is the result. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the return of the Random DOS Game Show, and this is Dominium. When I say return, I did record a video before this, so I might use that. We've got some nice MT32 score, and we've got the option of 1 player or 2 players cable. And the interesting thing about this is game level. You choose a stellar number, and the number actually reflects different aspects of the game. Now, I could only find the manual in French, so I'm kind of diving into this one, not really knowing what I'm doing. And it's going to terraform the Dominium. And here we are. Oh my goodness, look at this. So we've got a Omnicia Factory 1 with various statistics, oil and weaponry and stuff. And there looks to be some sort of automation function that you can see flashing there. Not entirely sure what that does. And this is going to be one of those ones where I think I'm just going to click around on some buttons and see what happens. We've got a very, very interesting isometric sort of perspective here with, I think those are hexagons. Might be pentagons, I might be wrong, but they look hexagonal. There's our messages menu thing. So, what to do now is the question. So, we've got this side button thing, and we've got the arrows that can shift across the map. I wonder, is this real time? Because the factory looks like it's doing something without actually doing anything. I'm wondering, is that just an animation? Ah, here we go. There's the build screen. So you can actually change the level of these things, and in doing so, it increases the cost. So let's just build a default one. Oh, look at that. It's got a nice little factory thing going on there. Ha! So that's building site 2, and you can see the actual thing gradually being built. That's a nice touch. I like that. So is this like a sort of proto-RTS thing going on? It was released around the same time as Dune 2. So Microids, I believe, are French, so they may well have been influenced by Cryo here. And if this is the case, then I think this might be a real-time strategy. Okay, let's see if it is. We've got ourselves a little Jeep here, and we're going to have to figure out how to move the Jeep. I believe there's a move button that we could probably use. Let's just see if... Now, let's just try the move button. Okay, can't move into mountains. Ah, there we go, yes. So you issue commands using the move function, and then presumably hit the move function again. Now, the move function has changed to show that the Jeep is in motion. Now, I don't see an end turn function, which means it's going to be a bit like Dune, Cryo's Dune, which predates Dune 2. I think the little things are going to move in real time, but it doesn't look like a traditional sort of RTS real-time thing going on. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So we've got cruisers, we've got stellar cargo. Ha! I wonder if those can go into space. The stellar name. Maybe there's some other layer. WB carrier. Let's build an armor. I think that's short for armored tank. And there we go. Yes, he has moved. And yes, he can move onto mountains. So he's still got that movement thing going on there. I don't know what all these other buttons do. Somebody's going to have to translate the French manual and figure things out. It's not the most intuitive thing. And obviously the music, it's looping. It's pleasant enough, but it's... I mean, if you listen to that for more than 30 minutes, that's going to get annoying. There's also some weird sound effects going on. I don't know if you guys can hear that over my voice. There is our world map showing what we've explored, and kudos to the game, we've got Fog of War here, which was not something that you had in a lot of strategy games. You might think I'm talking nonsense, but sometimes you load it up and there's the whole map. Go explore it. But here, you can't see the entire layout. You need to actually go out and explore and determine what's what. This is also about 300 kilobytes, I believe. I was looking at the install. I think it's 300. So to pack all this graphical detail and all this stuff into such a small space is kind of cool. So you've got various terrain elements as well. I don't know if I'll get to that. I might just cut it short because it's not blowing me away. I'll be honest. It's not wowing me. And that's mostly an interface issue. Possibly a me issue. There's a little target thing, which seems to... Is that an attack function? I'm not sure. It seems to show a different map. There's a lot to take in. And I think if I sat down for a few hours with this, I'd probably figure it out. It's one of the downsides of a random DOS game show. You can't sort of take an extended view on a thing. You have to sort of figure it out as you go along, and some games take longer to figure out than others. So I've sent that tank over towards that resource. I don't know if that'll do anything. Another thing I'm not too keen on is, while it has that same style of movement as the original Dune, it's like being stuck on the strategy map and patiently waiting and not knowing what to do next. Which, you know, if Dune, the original Dune, just had the strategy map, it wouldn't be as well known as it is, you know. And I'll take the time to say, I told you so. I told you all those years ago that Dune was good. And this is just further underlining that the original Dune was good. I'm going to build a fighter, see if I can get that working. Probably not. I'll probably quit out of this and you'll be like, Lawnie, you didn't give it a chance. You needed to play it for 2 hours to really understand. No. The problem here is that, well, Dune 2 came along and is far better at what this is trying to do. The ability to smoothly move tanks, you know, it's frustrating because I can see elements of a good game in here, but it's hobbled by the technology of the time and the absolute enormous leap that came within like months of this thing's release, I'd say. You know, we're talking 92, right? There's our fighter. So yeah, it was just the final sort of release of that style of doing things. Or you could argue the first of that sort of style of doing things in terms of sci-fi real-time strategies. And it just didn't quite get it right. Unlike Westwood, who did. Yeah, I'm not having much luck with this fighter, so I think I'll leave it here and share my thoughts, I guess, as I click around. So, what is Dominium? It's a real-time proto-RTS. Is it any good? Not really. It came too early in the day. Had these guys seen Dune 2 and had they, you know, waited a little bit longer, they might have been able to implement the RTS stuff better. As it stands, it's a relic of a bygone era. So yeah, another one bites the dust. Until next time.